Hey guys, welcome back to Feather's Charm. I'm Feather and welcome to this episode of the My Bullet Journal Journey series. Today I'll be creating the September spread, and before I get into it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share and follow me here on YouTube, on my social media channels, on my website and on Patreon. Your donations really help me make more content like this. So let's get started. We're flipping through August, and as you can see I have progressed rather nicely with my my trackers. Not so much my habits. As you can see, I didn't quite fill out my gym and my yoga and meditation quotas because, well, let's just say a lot has happened over the last couple of weeks, over the last month really. And as you can see, I've really been really busy. A lot of things have happened in the last couple of weeks and I just needed to take a break, so that's why most of this has been very blank in terms of my spread, but I'll try again this month. So let's start off now with the September spread, and I am creating this calligraphy style for the title. And instead of actually using calligraphy brush pens like you saw me do in June, if you haven't checked that episode out, I highly recommend you do if you want to see other designs for bullet journals. But this time I'm using my Uni Ball Uni Pin pen in 0.5 and in 0.8 to fill in the shadow areas of the calligraphy style. The next thing I do is I use my Staedtler double-ended fiber tip pens. This one, I believe I would call this like burnt orange or something in between brown and orange. It's a really pretty color. I love it for autumn. It reminds me of coffee. And I use this rather darker yellow kind of color. Again, it looks really pretty and it is perfect for this season. It reminds me of the fallen leaves. And I use this peach color in the double-ended fiber tip pens, and it's actually a rather pretty color. I mean, it's more green than peach, as you can see, but it is perfect for this season, and I thought I'd use it too. And as you can see, I finally use my washi tape and stickers. So I use a coffee pot or a kettle and use my washi tapes to kind of make it a little more interesting. Now you see I create these little blob kind of shapes and color them in. I found this sort of style with some of the inspiration boards that I found on Pinterest and on Instagram, and I thought, let's do this kind of style because I am not particularly into creating doodles right now, so let's make it a little more haphazard and abstract, and I really do love these styles. So as you can see, I'm using a rather sticky washi tape, and I actually got this from the washi tape shop back in 2020, 2021. Can't remember exactly when, but they were stocking these at the time, and these washi tape have sort of pictures on them already, so they can be cut out, as you can see I'm doing here, into the pictures themselves, and you can place them like stickers onto your bullet journal. Now, I will say this, kids, if you are under 18, please do not use a knife. Let an adult do that. Or if they're very careful, they can let you, but that's up to them. I'm not condoning this. So be careful with these knives, these blades, if you're under 18. If you're over 18, you're fine. Yeah, under 18s, please be careful. Have an adult do this part for you. as you can see, I use these cut out stickers, I guess, from this washi tape and stick it onto the bullet journal. And now I'm creating more of the blob kind of abstract shapes for the side here, because I thought it was a bit too blank, too plain, so I wanted to give a little bit more oomph to the spread and add a few more stickers. I also use this brown color in the double-ended fiber tip pens just to break up the colors a little bit more because I thought maybe 3 colors wasn't enough, so let's make it 4 colors, and it's looking a lot better. As you can see, I am using a bigger washi tape. Again, I found this on the washi tape shop back when they were stocking this. And a couple more washi tapes as well. Again, I use a washi tape that I found from the washi tape shop. I will link them below, and as before, I am not sponsored by these companies. They probably don't know I'm using their products, but I do love the products that I've bought from them, and I am happy, and I would love to buy from them again. And if they want to sponsor me, hey guys, I am happy to sponsor you or get you to sponsor me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that is my disclaimer. I am not sponsored at all by these companies. I don't know what glue they used for this washi tape, because it was very, very hard to unstick from the roll, but it shows you just how sticky it is. So I highly recommend these washi tapes from the washi tape shop if they still stock them. Now I'm going in with this metallic color. So you probably have seen me use this in my mini-series, the My Bullet Journal Journey mini-series. This is a metallic pen by Star, not Staedtler, as I thought before. 2 different companies. But yes, I use that, their metallic pens, and it is gorgeous against these blocked out colors, because they add a little bit more oomph to the title. And as you can see, it's all done. I use a figure sticker that I found on Etsy as well. Again, I'll list all the descriptions of the products I use in the description box below. Alright, getting on to the monthly overview and tracker. I use a different layout this time, as you'll see in a bit, because I thought let's change it up for this quarter of the year and make it a little bit more interesting. So you'll see it coming up very soon. And again, I use the blobs, the color blobs, as I call them. So this time I'm using the Uniball Uni Pin pen in 0.3 to create the calendar, and you can see I am listing out the days of the month on the side here. Yes, this is the different layout that I was talking about, and yes, I do make a mistake here, which I cover up with a washi tape, so no problem at all. the layout you see here in other spreads that I've showcased to you before, probably sometime in the introduction video or in my my mini series video. So I have used this type of layout before, but because this is a new journal, I wanted to change up the layout I had before. So I create this box halfway into the page, and then all the way down to the bottom, and then I put my days of note and monthly tasks on the side, so it fills up that extra space. Moving on to my trackers. This one, again, I've changed the layout a little bit as well. It's not quite the same as before, but it does track the same things. So my YouTube follows, my TikTok follows, my Instagram follows, my website views, and now my Patreon patrons or subscribers. Again, please do subscribe so that I can add more onto this tracker. But yes, I track all of these things on this page. So you can see I lay it out like a 3x3 grid, except I only have 5. So I'm not sure yet what I'll be tracking next, so we'll see. But yes, I track my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, website, and Patreon activities. So I use the calendar layout again just to fill that in. And I go back using the color scheme, the 3 colors that I used at the beginning of on the cover page. And to fill in that gap, I just make some more of these doodle abstract doodles, and I add a sticker to just fill in the area that I couldn't add a tracker to. Now for the quote, as you can see, I write out, "I am becoming the person I need to be," and I had to change the colors because I was running out of the gold, so I'll need to buy that one again. And I did not forget, I just couldn't fit it in the cover page, but I bring back my rose, as I said before. The rose is here to stay for the entire bullet journal, but yeah, it won't be as much of a feature in this spread because the washi tape, the abstract shapes, those are all they cover up the page enough, so I don't need to actually create my rose. And there you have it, the monthly overview and trackers page. So we are moving on to the weekly spreads now, and I am again changing out the layout because why not? It is a new season, it's a new me, it's a new bullet journal spread. So I basically put all the days of the week on one side and all my trackers on the other side, so it's a little more standard journal kind of thing, but it is a different kind of spread, so it makes it more interesting. Now I start off with the peach, but because the borders were a bit too dark for the peach, I decided to go in with the yellow instead, and it actually makes a little more sense with that. So that's what I did here, and I am moving on to the trackers. Again, I tried to use the peach, but it just didn't work, so I go back over with the metallic bronze pen. and for the calendar, and it's looking a little bit more pretty and a little more stand out-ish. And yes, I used the peach for the highlight this time. So to make it a little bit more interesting, I use the peach now on the other side and use the yellow as the borders for the boxes, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Except for, of course, the habits tracker, which I use the black for, the fine liner, just because I will be coloring them in, and it could just the boxes could bleed if I use the double-ended fiber tip pen. So you see here I have actually a little more boxes for my habits, as in my personal habits, rather than the 5, I believe. I have 6 boxes instead of 5. This was an accident, but I managed to cover it up by putting my coffee intake in there, so I'm sure I'll be filling that in as well, because I usually have at least 1 cup of coffee a day. I might change it up and actually say, 2 cups of coffee or 3 cups, just in case, but we'll see. We'll see what mood strikes me this month. And this time around, we are learning Japanese. So in the words of the week box there, I'll be adding all the Japanese phrases that I've learned on my apps and in my studies. I mean, it's personal studies, so it's not actually formal. So it's just me reading textbooks or using Duolingo or something like that. Okay, so I move on to the next week. This is basically the opposite color scheme of the first week. So I use the peach and the yellow on the days of the week side, and the darker and the yellow and the burnt orange on the tracker side. And as you saw in the previous week, I put all these swirls and dots. I do love that pattern or artistic style. It just gives that little bit of elegance to a page or a pattern or whatever, because it's just so nice and pretty, and it's reminiscent of like smoke or wind and air and things like that. And this is the season of air. This is it is autumn, and autumn is known for their chilly air. So that's what I'm going with. You can see that the pen, the burnt orange pen, kind of spreads while I use the ruler, and use it with the ruler. I've learnt that it's one of the downsides of this pen. I mean, I love the colors, I love how useful these double-ended fiber tips are, and I'm not sure if it's actually the pen itself or the ruler, but I think it is partially responsible for the flooding here. I do try to be careful later on with the last 2 weeks or the next couple of weeks that I create, but there's no way around it. Either I use my bigger, heftier metal ruler, or I use a different kind of pen for the borders. But again, I just want to use these pens since, they're the things that I have already, and I don't want to buy any more things. So that's why I have to deal with it, and again, that's why you guys have to deal with it too. Another note in terms of the knife, if you are creating pictures from your washi tape, like the pictures that you see me using here, I would suggest you get a cutting mat so it doesn't destroy or damage your table or the actual bullet journal itself. I will eventually create Dutch doors eventually in my spreads, but for now I'm not. It's just cutting the stickers. But yes, if you want to use the stickers on a washi tape, like the washi tape that I showed you at the beginning and just now, I would highly recommend getting a cutting mat or a cutting board, because it saves your bullet journal, it saves the page and the table you're on. So if you're cutting stickers, highly recommend you get that, because it saved me quite a bit of a headache trying to cut stickers on the actual bullet journal, because I've done it before and I was just so frustrated, and I was just going every time I tried cutting. So yes, get a cutting mat before you use your knife or any blades. To know what you guys think. Do you like the washi tape and stickers look? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below what you think of using washi tape and stickers in your bullet journals. I'm interested to know, because all the most of the bullet journals that I've seen on so far online haven't used washi tapes or stickers. Most of the journals that do are mostly junk journals or diaries or smaller sort of travel notebooks. I'm interested to know if you would like to use your washi tapes in your bullet journals, and if you'd like to see me continue using these washi tapes as well. So let me know in the comments below. Now you see my hand moving a weird way sometimes when I'm holding down my journal when I'm writing or coloring something in. It's sort of like 90 degrees from where my arm is. That I find that comfortable. I don't know if you guys have a weird stance yourselves, but this is my stance, and it's comfortable for me. So if you're wondering, oh my god, is your hand okay? Don't worry, it's fine. It just helps me hold the book steady while I'm writing or coloring something in. I do notice it myself sometimes, and I try not to do it on screen, because people might ask. But for the most part, if you see me do that, my hand is fine. It's just the way I am. I will try not. I do try to move the bullet journal itself so that it doesn't make me go that way, but there are times when I can't help it. So if you see my hand going 90 degrees from my arm, don't worry, I'm fine. I promise you, I'm not a mutant. Speaking of which, do you guys have weird body positions when you're doing stuff like this? Because I don't know, I've not seen it done by some of the bullet journalists that I've seen online, or any of the junk journalists even. It's interesting to see, because I feel like I'm the only one that does it. So if you do it, let me know, because I'm very interested, because I'm the only one that so far that I know of that do this kind of thing. Okay, and we are off onto our last page. So it is the monthly review and the totals page. So again, I leave this page as a half and half situation because yes, I do have diary moments that I want to keep in my bullet journal, and I do want to keep track of the habits that I do keep. So for now, I'm fairly sure I'm not going to keep my gym and yoga habits. I will try to do some, but for the most part, it'll probably be zeroed out. But we'll see. We'll see what this month holds. And yes, I use the gold and the bronze metallic pens to make the border between the monthly review and the totals a little more interesting. And you see the calligraphy style come back. And yes, I did intentionally use the coffee pot or the kettle that you see there in the corner. It is both on the first page and the last page of the month because yes, I had two duplicate stickers and I wanted to use it up, and I didn't have anything else. But it also ties it in nicely with the front page. And yes, the rose comes back. So this time I use the bronze and the gold to color in the rose, which you can't see very well, but oh well. And there you have it, the September spread for my bullet journal. So we're just going to flip through it really quickly just to see the whole thing overall. And I really do love this spread. It's one of my favorite. Like, every time September comes around, I am so happy because I get to use these autumn colors, and autumn colors are my absolute favorite. I should have added a little more green, I admit, and I probably should have put the roses in the boxes instead, but never mind. It's good the way it is, and I love the way it looks. So we'll be carrying out this layout until December, and in January we'll try something new. We'll see what I do. Maybe I'll put it on the other side, put the days of the week on the other side, or I might do something else entirely. And yes, I am just finishing up here because I forgot to add the swirls to the last week. That is all there is, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and follow me here on YouTube, on my social media channels, on my website, and on Patreon. Your donations really, really help me make more content like this. And if you really want to be a part of the process, please leave your comments and feedback in the comments section below, and I will do what I can to make the content you love. And as always, be kind, be creative, and be unique. I'll see you later. Feather out.